Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Star Technology. You may notice a few things look a little bit different. I did set up a little bit of auto crafting for the coal to enter in down here. This isn't 100% correct. So, for example, if I place in my wrought iron, this doesn't work, right? I could place it in here, which is fine, I guess. Which I guess realistically, I don't really need this. I should have kept the ULV. I was hoping to be able to lock this in place. That was so you couldn't put so many. That's fine. Anyway, in between episodes, I've saved up 60 blocks of steel. I've got dust and sand sifting automatically. You may be thinking, that uses a lot of power. It does. It uses an insane amount. I also got upgrades to get everything, kind of prepared. I set up some diesel generators. So this is going to generate us 5K FE, which is going to be like 1,000 EU, roughly. All running through this 4 amp converter for now. We'll be changing this over to a medium voltage setup fairly soon, I think. Um, yeah, MV converter. And we'll probably start with the 4 amp. Not quite sure. Anyway. Um, okay, so right here's our superconductors. So it looks like Signalium is going to be our friend here. And that is going to be in the electric blast furnace with nitrogen. Signalium dust is in the mixer. Okay, which should be silver, copper, and redstone. Silver we can get from Galena. Interesting. 27 Tumbag. Oh, goodness gracious, some of the stuff. But let me go show the setup we got cooking over here. I changed one of these farms to wheat, and it produces seeds 50% of the time, I think it is. Let's double check that. Yep, it produces 8 seeds 50% of the time. So we can say it produces 4 every 40 seconds. 4, yeah, 4 every 40 seconds. That is then processed down into ethanol right here. And then the actual wheat gets turned, sorry, the seeds get turned into plant oil. The wheat gets turned into ethanol, which is guaranteed to for 16 every time. Mix 200 millibuckets of ethanol. And for whatever reason, oh, it's 8 to 200. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense as to why I was lagging behind. Anyway, it's built up quite well. We're about to start building up ethanol back there, and it just doesn't use that much fuel at all. I mean, it burns like 1 millibucket per tick, or not per tick, 1 millibucket per second per engine. It's like 10 millibuckets per second. That's like half of one per tick. Not bad at all. This is insane power output for what the investment was into this. It is pretty much. This was about maxing out earlier, but it's fine now. We'll have to change this over to the medium voltage one, and we'll have to change out the cable too. Once we get that blast furnace up and going. But I think first what I want to do, this is going to suck. I kind of want to make a factory for these 5. I almost need to set up another one for Blackstone so we can start getting galena for the lead. We'll worry about that here in just a second or ever. Who knows? But that is why I started working on the 60 steel. Never mind all of that. So each one of these are going to take 48 solid machine casings. So that is going to be 50, 250 minus 10, so 240 of these solid machine casings. That's 120 crafts, so we need 120 steel frames for just this portion, which I think is going to be where we start. 120 steel frames, so it's going to be 60 times 8 is 480 steel rods. Let me pull up my calculator because I do not know what 480 divided by 64 is. 7.5 stacks just in steel rods for this. Where's the actual just the steel rod? In the lathe it is 2. So we're gonna need 3 and 3 3/4 stacks. So 1, 2, 3, like that. I mean that's not horrible, but this is just for one part. Are you the lathe? I think so. No, that's the electrolyzer. Mind you, this is going to take quite some time as well. But that should be a good portion started. I've already got the bronze machine casings made. Right, steel gearbox casings. Okay, so this is going to take more of those same things. So honestly, let's just go ahead and throw in a spare 44. Because I figure we're probably going to need it. So we're going to need 20 of these steel gearbox casing, 20 steel pipe casings. Do I need to get another lathe? Maybe. Because this is going to take quite some time. I also don't really want to bother with it because we'll be improving to a better lathe pretty soon, I would imagine, right? Yeah. So seems like it's just a little bit better. Anyway, I don't know why I'm looking at stuff that I'm not obviously able to get. Assembler on 4. Like I said, this is going to take absolute ages as well. I have a feeling we're just going to need to throw in another little bit there. Probably want to throw in more. In which I can just go over here and grab some of this dust. Wasn't a whole lot there though. That's the issue. Which granted, now I can just go over there and grab up like 15 or 20 stacks of iron. Because, you know, this has been running for a little bit to get me some of these. Obviously, the steel takes ages to get. I should probably make about 8 or 9 of these. But I also don't really want to have to process in the kiln completely yet. Hopefully there's a better way. Got 5 more blocks of steel. I mean, that's not a small amount of steel. How many of those did I say I needed? So I got 48 there. Okay, let me just get out the calculator. So 48 times 5, that's 240. 240. So that's going to be 20 of those plus 10. So that's 250. Plus another 10, so that's 260. Well, that's going to be 60 of those needed, so that's 30. So realistically, we need 290 as our final number that we're going to need of these steel frames. So we need 4 stacks of them? Surely I did some math wrong. Right? Surely. So it's 60, so So we're starting out with 30. Plus 10. Plus 10 again, so that's up to 50. Because do the steel gearbox casings. It's 1 for every 2. And then we say we need it. $48 times 5. By 2. Okay, 170. That makes more sense. 2 and some change stacks. Makes a lot more sense. These are 4 apiece. Ay, 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 ay. Up to 37 of them. Oh no. What have I got myself into? Bad part is it's still going to be too short for future use. Something tells me I'm going to want to go ahead. Get that going. I mean, that's going to burn for 40 minutes. That'll still be going probably at the end of the episode. We can kind of leave that be for now. Or we could run a temporary pipe over to here so I don't have to mess with it. I'm kind of down to do that. Very much temporary. I say that and it'll be a permanent addition. Kind of wish that lathe was a little bit faster. But that's going to be auto-crafting those now. Alright, so we're going to need 5 gears, which I do not have the resources for at this point in time. Let's work on that. Oh, we have a bunch of latex we can process up too. We could probably use with more buckets. Oops, made some foil. Oh well. What is this? What is this? Oh, it just makes rubber, not raw rubber. This is probably the quickest way to do this, other than auto crafting. That's actually pretty close. Okay, but it doesn't work if there's more than a stack in there of each. That's okay. So I got 2 stacks to go through, or I guess technically 3. I think we've got enough steel frames for 1 now. So copper nickel is going to be copper and nickel. So that's easy. Question mark. Do I have any nickel in this chest? I do. I got like a stack and a half, so got a decent start. It's so slow. Okay. In the meantime, we need to work on circuitry. Do I have any rubber? There's 22. That's a start. Oh god, pressed the wrong button. Oh goodness, I did it again. We're gonna need red alloy, which is copper, and redstone. We'll let it do its thing. And we'll get some copper nickel started as soon as this is done, which is not going to take very long. This should make 2. Got our first bit of copper nickel. This is going to go into the wire mill. About 3 stacks left to process. Let's go ahead and we'll cut up some copper after this. It's just chilling. I mean, neither of these things ever have like any resources in them because it's just not enough throughout the day. But we are building up a little bit. And that's what we like to see. Realistically, I could probably get rid of these, but you know, do I really want to? Not really. That's only 2 circuit boards. That's not enough to do anything with. Need 5 for this. And then I'm going to need 50 plates. That's 5. So, I mean, in theory, that's all I really need. That's probably the steel plates. Yeah. We'll throw another 14 in there. Still not good. No resistors? No, got resistors. It's gotta be the vacuum tubes then. Which, these also take copper wire. What I run out of? Glass tubes. This is so annoying. There's 3 of the 5. I think that's enough for precisely 1. Need 2 more red alloy cable. And I need glass tubes. Glass? We should have some glass dust. I think we can throw that into the kiln. We can. I guess I need 6. It's so much crafting. And now we've got our 5th circuit. We're actually pretty close on the steel plates already. Steel plate. Do I have 10 cables? I do not. There's 7 more. It's good for now. Got the machine casings too. Got the steel plates, so it must be the wrought iron plates. Probably just need a few. Okay, down to less than 2 stacks. Almost got 2 stacks of steel frames ready. You know, if we need more, we can always make more. Still got quite a few stacks in the inventory. Throw those onto the bender. $10 should be good. And make sure that's what it was, yeah. I need 5 more. This has made 7 more blocks in the meantime. So that's going pretty swell. Ah, shucks. 5 low voltage machine hulls. Need 3 more 10 cables, but what we will do, hopefully this is produced enough. Oh, it has. It's on the whole thing. Be a good enough start. There we go. We're missing bronze gears. So I need some bronze rods too. Ooh, and I have no bronze. Be copper. What was that? Copper and tin. I think we can just take this dust in the alloy smelter and we should be fine. Got a little bit of bronze there. Yep, that is how that works. That's fantastic. This is almost done. Another 80 to go. It's only been like, what, 30 minutes? I really don't know. So let's see here. So I need what? 5 of these, so I need 10 gears. So it means that I need 40 rods. So we can do that, we'll be good. I'm gonna go ahead and break that. Still gonna be, what, 6 times 64? It's like 4 more minutes. But we can probably work on something else. Like, that stuff right there, I can't do anything with. I should be able to use some other stuff I already have for these. That's gonna take extra rods and some plates. Let's go ahead and throw an extra stack onto the bender. That'll be good. This will all be very much worth it in the end. I hope. Hopefully that produces enough power. If not, I guess we'll just have to duplicate it. I'm also fairly certain I could have just extended this out instead of placing this one here, but I didn't want to take this one offline to do it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Each of those is at 30k stress units. Okay, okay. Ooh, getting low on biodiesel. I say low, not really. I'm just running about at this point. Um, so it's going to be like 48 is what we end up needing, I think. But I'm going to let this finish up real quick. Okay, so it might be enough. Who knows? I'm not trying to keep up with the math, honestly. But what I do know is we're about to start crafting. So obviously we need 12 of these, 10 of these gears. And I ran out of plates. I just hadn't picked them up. Beautiful. Alright, then we got our 5th electric ore factory made. So next I think we need 60 of these steel fireboxes. Okay, that's going to take a bunch more of these steel rods. So we need 60 of these, so that's 30 crafts. So we need 120 just for this. So let's go throw another stack in here. I'd already planned to craft a few more. Okay, but anyway, let's go for the steel pipe casings next then. We can't do that yet. Yeah, so we're dealing with these 3-to-1 ratio. And then we need 20 of these, so that's going to be 10 crafts, so we need 40 of these. Which we do not have enough for. We got almost half, so let's throw another stack into the bender here. It's going to need it. I got 13 more blocks over here waiting to be used. Might need them at this rate. Okay. So waiting on pipes to do that with. The gearbox. Gosh. Let me just head over here and we'll pull some iron out of the system. Eight stacks roughly. Apparently we're a little too close. Still, by far the easiest way to extract, or not to extract, to smelt. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to auto smelt this stuff as well. That's gonna be the fun part. Down into their usable resources, which shouldn't be horribly difficult. Pretty sure I still see some ore bouncing around. They should be clear now. Oh yeah, there we go. Get that started. Is that going to be enough for the amount of steel pipes we need? It is in fact not. I need 5 more. So I need 5 more plates, and then we'll have one more part of it done. Yay! Let's just go ahead and plan on throwing this batch into the bender as well. It takes that a minute to go through the kiln, and the only reason we put it through the kiln is to make the process faster. There we go. I don't have the plates to do it with. Let's just go ahead and pluck these out. Bender at the lathe, hopefully. Yeah, he's gonna have to do it no matter what. How much more do you have in you? You still have 6 blocks, so we got time. That's actually quite a few. We'll let it go through there. So it's 18 of the 20. I was actually just missing out on 1 plate to craft it. At least I think we just needed 20 of those. Yep. There we go, 20 steel pipe casings. So we're done with that, done with you. Okay, so 20 of these steel gearbox casings. We also just need a... Do I have any steel? Nope. Just go ahead and plan on throwing that down right there. $12 more blocks. Yeah, it's gonna be a start. But it uses so many steel plates. We got to do that craft 120 times. So that means we need 720 plates. And there's not a way to get any better than a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's going to be a lot of steel go through there. I thought I had enough with 60 blocks. I don't. Alright, what turned off? Oh, the rods, okay. So I got 3 stacks of rods at the ready. Did I make too many? No, probably. We'll work on the firebox casing, I guess. We need 60 of these, so it's going to be 30 crafts, so that's going to be 120. Yeah, we have way too many. I also need 120 for this. There's no point in getting a second vendor because we're going to run out of steel. Oh, goodness. This stuff is so expensive. Then again, I don't think they really expect anybody to make 5. Because, I mean, I just want automatic processing, get it processed down. I mean, the only other one is like a... I think there's some high voltage stuff that can be done. I am going to have to fill this with water, I guess. It's going to depend on which type it is as well. And we're going to need more of these in the future as well, which is kind of unfortunate. But yeah, that's kind of where we stand on that. Steel firebox. I need 60 of these fireboxes, right? Probably should have looked before actually. Yeah. 8 short on the firebox casings. That's going to be good enough for 6. Need just a few more plates to come through, and then I'll mark off one more piece of it. And then I think we're going to be down to the 240 solid machine casings. I'm going to go cry. That's about all there is to it. This is just going to take so long. Is it out? It is working. That's just working away. And all this stuff is building up in the background. Does it really need to? No. But it is. We're up to 7.8k diamonds. That's good. 5.5k redstone. Really shouldn't have to worry about like ever running out of the basic resources. But, oops, there's still, this is this tree here. This is it. This is the only thing we're working on right now. I need to set up the blackstone too at some point. Get crushed galena and stibonite. Large sieve is just a little bit more efficient, but it doesn't really matter. It uses so much more power. I guess it is about the same though. I don't know, I'm just here for the party. I got all that iron processed down into wrought iron. $22 more what will eventually be steel blocks. Okay. Steel firebox. Alright, there's another piece done. Bronze machine casing is done. So we have the gearbox. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna cry now. There's gonna be 6 steel plates and 1 steel frame for every 2. I need 720 steel plates. This is gonna take a while. We also still need to make these gearbox casings. Was it? It should be 20 of these. So I need 20 gears, which is going to be 80 rods and 80 plates. We're actually somewhat close there. But I mean, obviously, we're still very far off of the end goal. We might as well just throw these in there as well. That's 7 more blocks, so 7 times 43 is going to end us with like 280-ish. It's not many. Why did I say it's 9 times 43? I'm stupid. 387 is what that's gonna end. That's not enough, is it? Right, because I need 120. Sorry. 6 times. So I need to do this craft 120 times. So that's 720. So I need double the amount of wrought iron in here. So I need 84 blocks. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to smelt up just a full stack of, or a block of, it will be a stack of blocks. there's not a whole lot I can do about it right now. So I guess we'll be back when it's doing something helpful. Alright, so we went ahead and processed all this stuff down. So we're going to start it with laying out all of this. I want to leave myself a little bit more space. Maybe. I think right there would probably be fine. Oops. So that's how the base looks. I have one extra. Do that or I'm horribly bad at math. I'm starting to go with that theory. Just trying to keep a little bit of spacing. We'll do a 3-block spacing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh, it's just the outsides. What are you? Oh, I'm stupid. It's just the outside edges that are the actual firebox casing. The rest is just solid machine casing. Like, yeah, solid machine casing. And we can do the small square to clear this back out. Thought I was running low really quickly. Grab a cobblestone. Now we should probably just make a little bit more of the chisel. If I can grab the chisel. Very nice, very nice. Oh yeah, that'll work for now. So we want the firebox. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3. You're not supposed to be there. Two misplaces. We don't really pay much attention to that. Got one more to place in. We'll place it up front, I guess. Also not optimal. Don't have the bases for all of them placed down now. so dark. Alright, what comes in phase 2? The electric ore factory goes on the front. Solid machine casings. It's like a little bit weird. So the pipe casing goes in the middle. That's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 like that for each of these. Yeah, I might as well just do them all at the same time. All of the gearbox casings go on this level as well. Very nice. We want to put the 4 factories in the front. I don't remember which block it is, though. Just the middle. Was that straight up above the other one? Yeah. So we got all of those placed in. And then it looks like it's going to be... I don't really care about the... Okay, so that's going to be our energy hatch right there, it looks like. Yeah. And I think we can put it wherever, though. Ah, shucks. Alright, so we got all of the, like, extra stuff placed. Or not extra stuff, all the normal stuff. Then the middles go up 1. Ah. Alright, so that's layer 1. So that's the layer with the electric ore factory block in it. Then it's just the same again. Just like that. And then it goes in like a circular pattern, question mark. Oh, this is going to be kind of annoying. This is actually a really annoying crap. Oh, goodness me, I fell down into it. Alright, so there's the V shape done. And then it's going to switch to just 3x3 around it. just like that. Then it's going to be a square. There you go. It's a muffler hatch. You don't really care about that, I don't think. Yeah, because the lowest one they make is an empty one. I think we can just do that. And then it's going to end up with the bronze machine casings up on top. It says structure incomplete. That is concerning. Alright, but what kind of inputs do we need? So we need a fluid input, item, input, and output. There's the input. There's a fluid output. Doesn't really do us any good. Can I afford to buy more? It looks like it. Definitely be a assistance. We'll still have to make like the power inputs, but that's fine. Yeah, fluid input, item output, item input. Cool. Item input, item output, liquid input. Am I gonna have to? What did I do wrong? I mean, it looks right, doesn't it? Steel firebox, solid machine casings. Steel gearboxes. In the corners. I think that's what I did. Yeah. Got the solid machine casings. What do I need? LV energy hatch. I need more tin cables. I would just go put the tin in, but I'm feeling mighty lazy right now. And we're out of rubber again. That is what we gotta call suboptimal. So that's gonna be 20, so that's gonna be 10. Probably not enough. Grab some sulfur to throw in there as well. I do wonder why that's not working. I mean, it looks the exact same. I mean, we even copied it like word for word. I mean, we can throw one of those maintenance hatches on it right there. I don't know why, but we will. There you go. Huh? These things can just go bad? Uh. LV energy hatch. Oh yeah, we can put those all like right here. Still says structure incomplete. Why? So we got the steel pipe casing in the middle, gearboxes around it. That seems to be correct. You got the maintenance hatch right there, with 3x3 of nothing around it. And a little two V shapes, or whatever it is. It's like a circle, would be the best way to describe that. And a 3x3. I mean, that's what we did. I'm so confused. Okay, so I've got it figured out. I did need to make the muffler hatch. There is an LV version, I just didn't see it because I'm blind. Um, I'm thinking I might need to move the water-ish input. I've still got to figure out how all this is going to work, but it does require maintenance. I hate that I can't see where it is though, so we do it like that. I think it kind of works. I think it looks pretty good too. But we'll have to give it power. We'll have to provide maintenance. Pipe is loose, screws are loose, something is stuck, plating is dented, wires burned out. That doesn't belong there. So can I just cycle tools through here? Do I have a hammer on me? Yeah. I don't know what the mortar and pestle is going to do. Uh, oh, maintenance is fine now. Okay, so we just have to have the tools on us and we just go through and click on it. Okay. That's not horrible. So now we just have to copy that 5 times. Oh joy. Go input, output, fluid, maintenance. We'll grab our signs out too. Power. Looks like it goes up 1 more. Alright, and then it enters into the V shape, which is quite annoying to actually assemble. And apparently I missed one. Don't know how, but I did. And it's going to be a 3x3 around here. Boop, 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 boop. Muffler hatch, and then we need the bronze on top. They should be formed. Yay, it is. It just needs maintenance. So I come over here. Son of a gun. It's not what I wanted to do. Hey, that's maintenance is now fine. Only gotta do that another 3 times. I don't guess it's horrible. I'm gonna have to figure out what type of water they need for each one. Place that in the wrong spot. Okay, so no. Beautiful. And then we're back to the corner ones. Very nice. Little 3x3 again. We want the muffler hatch. And the bronze machine casing again. Structure is formed. Just gotta go give it maintenance. I think it's using the reinforced duct tape. which I don't necessarily want it to do. So we'll kind of get rid of that for now. Anywho, 2 more to go. Do something like that. What I think we should probably do is mirror these instead of doing them the exact same way. So go input, output, fluid, fluid, output, input. And we'll still put our maintenance hatch right there. And right there. And we just need power inputs. We go there and there. Did I put a power input? I don't think I did. I don't have power inputs in my inventory. What am I doing? These are not the correct things. Are you the right one? You're not. I've done lost my marbles, fellas. That was not correct. Place, place, place. And we'll clean this up a little bit. That's not correct. That needs to be the muffler hatch. Bronze on top. And let's put this together one more time. Only got 29 more casings. Hopefully it's enough. Very nice. And we can just place all of these across. Place you up, muffler hatch, and the bronze machine casings. Cool. I need more of these hazard signs. I need wires and a crowbar. Apparently my wire cutters were broke. One steel screw. That's not the right one. I have the steel rods? I don't. Back up here we go. I thought I'd made way too many, but apparently it was just the right amount. So wire cutters. I also need a crowbar. Why does it take white dye? That's so random. Throw a few in there. Is it the white dye? Yes. I think I've got to hit that with a mortar and pestle. Can I crush this? Where's the macerator at? That doesn't work in there. Yep, 4 white dye, and that's what we're looking for. Why does it take white dye to make a crowbar? Makes no sense. So what we're going to do, we're going to set up a chest right here for all of the tools to sit in. So we need a wrench, screwdriver, you need both types of hammers. I guess one's a mallet. Why is it not letting me pull the wire cutters out? Oh, right there's the hammer, there's the file. Why can I not pull out the wire cutters? So I got hammer, screwdriver, mallet, file, steel wire cutters. I've already got a screwdriver in there. A wrench. I think that's everything. So the only thing that's really left to do is to get the 5 energy patches that we need. So we need 16 fine steel wire and 1 magnet wire. Okay. I think I can get that fine steel wire. Press the wrong button again. Just by running it through the wire mill again, or I could do it. Doesn't matter. We set it to programming 3. It's going to start making us some fine steel wire. This is going to have quite a bit of amp draw, right? That's showing 2 amps. Ugh. It's not great. We will have to see what the draw is. If not, we might have to get something like the 2U or the 2X. Soul infused. Make this work. Just gonna wait on this to finish up a stack. Should be any second now. Cool. And we need a magnetic iron rod. We'll get a few more iron rods on the way. Got some steel rods. It's going to go into the polarizer. What circuit was that supposed to be on? 1? Hopefully this makes the correct thing. It most certainly did. I think I need to get 16 more for this to go all the way through. That's what it looks like. Only thing else that we really need is some 10 cable. Alright. Which looks like I'm missing the rubber to do so with, which I think I actually might have right here. Right there's 20. That should be enough. Low voltage coils. There's 32, so that's definitely enough. Am I missing one? I am. Oh, we're gonna have to make another wrench. Therefore means I need another hammer. That's easy. Machine casing. Machine hull. Energy hatch. Oh, that's the max it can take in. What is the draw on these? Did I ever see it? It does not necessarily say. 30 EU a tick at 0.8. Ugh. guess I am going to have to run 2x cable, at least to these first ones. Also, 4 amps isn't going to be enough to power this. We could do an 8 amp converter. I think that would be fine. Alright, do we have, like, any soul infused? I have a little bit, not much, though. Got 10 wire. So 4 on 8. Yep, works for me. I threw the wrong side in. See, because that would be too high of amperage wire for really what we need. So that's going to make a maximum of 8. Yeah, so we just need 2x. Be 1 on 2. So let's just go ahead and set these to craft. Quite a few. We have steel. No. Machine casing. Machine hull. I don't have a circuit, do I? No. Basic circuit. 8 amp converter. 32x soul infused wire. We could be a little bit smarter with our placement here. I would say we just don't have to run quite as much cable. Yeah, they should be fine. And what we'll do, we'll make a little power pole with some fences. Would treated ones look better? Probably. Grab ourselves some building blocks. Let's grab a connector or 2 and some diamond cabling. We out? Surely not. Did I just jump off the power line? I think so. That's actually pretty interesting looking. Probably gonna make us lag out, but oh well. Um, we could set up a post off of one of these. Not right there. That looks horrendous. I don't think that really works either. I mean, it's just kind of in the way. I wonder what I can do with the chisel. Nothing. What to a plank? Okay, I can chisel a plank. That all looks horrendous for what I'm trying to do. Almost wondering. I just don't think this looks good. So instead, maybe we just put the converter up there and just run power across the top. I mean, that might be okay. Got ourselves a converter, electrical connector. We can go on the side. That's now connected. It's getting power through it. That was bad placement. It's getting dark again. It's only been like 4 days of me trying to set this up at this point. So, I mean, this actually, we can run this section in the 1x. Right? And we'll have to replace the energy hatch here. I said actually cooperates. Eh? Alright, finally got that to connect. So you should... Why are you not getting power? Huh? Makes no sense. That should be working. But obviously, it's not. If I was to switch this over to Okay, that started to work. Maybe it can't jump between sizes? Which is a bit unfortunate. But also not really the end of the world. There we go. That should work now. Perhaps. I also want batching enabled. The thing I don't like about this is these are going to be in the way. So instead we're going to do this the much more expensive way, but I think it'll be a little bit more functional. This is a much more expensive way to do this, but place more to break it quicker. That doesn't look the best. I also don't hate it though. It's not completely bad. But I also have to run power over to these. We can branch off right here. Why? Why can't you be nice? Be nice, please. Yeah, it doesn't look like it can transfer. Oh my goodness. This thing is not wanting to cooperate at all. Finally got it. Place just cobblestone down. Once again, it's not working very well for me. There we go. Why does it not have power? Shouldn't that have power? Get another set of wire cutters out. Might be helpful. Which also means we need a file. Oh, that's how you make this not horrible. Oh, I've been missing out this whole time. Trim that up, make it look nice. Why is this not working? Okay, that one's got power now. And you, what? They just didn't have power. I mean, it's showing they got quite a bit in storage. That one's full. This one's getting run ragged. Imagine this 8 amp transformer should be good for this. So we're going to need more 2x soul infused wire. Let's see here. 1, 2. Yes, we need quite a bit. I'm almost tempted just to take its own transformer over, though. Like a little 1 amp or something? Like this one? We can just grab another electrical connector. Kind of do something similar to what we did over there. Or we'll just do a little bit of a build out. We'll grab the amp grid, have the energy converter. I have a wrench. No. That's the way we want that. 1 diamond cable. A little bit of overkill, but no such thing. This is getting power. It's 1 block too far that way. Ah, shucks. Fence. Energy converter. Connector. Wire. Boom. Grab our wire cutters back out. Beautiful. And you're getting power now. I feel like that's not horrible. The amp draw on this is going to be rather large. We'll just throw all that in there. We'll grab these tools out to repair everything up. You should be good. You need maintenance. You're good now. You're good. You're good? Really? Okay. That's a pretty cheap way of fixing everything. All it takes is for us to walk around a little bit would be good. Okay, so now comes the fun part of actually getting these things set up. So I know they have several recipes. Assault, don't care. 10 we kind of do. Yeah, 10 is one of the ones we need, so... So 10 needs water. I'm assuming most of these are just going to need water. 10 silver, which we don't have yet. Magnesite? Is that something we have? I don't think so. Topaz. Don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have that. Nor that. Nor that. Nor that. That's stibonite. We could get that, but emeralds. That's emeraldite. Magnetite. We do need that. That takes water as well. Right. Iron is just takes water. It looks like they're just going to take water. Lena would also just take water. And copper also takes water. Yep, so they're all just water. So we're going to need a bunch of fluid pipes. That's nowhere near enough. And we are out of the bronze plates. We're out of bronze. um, do we want to move some of this stuff to make it make a little bit more sense? Kind of, because it doesn't really make sense to compact everything so much. That should be back formed, other than you. You all happy again? Yeah. You know, which will also run this up over our heads, so we can still get through it. Yeah, so now I'm just not gotta get a pipe across. So what was bronze? It's gonna be copper and something. Is that zinc, maybe? Copper and tin, okay. We should make 4 stacks of bronze, which would be a good start. Gotta smelt this up first, since we don't have our processing up and going yet. Never mind the flames coming off of me. It'll be okay. We're also gonna need item pipes too, aren't we? Do I have brass plates? I don't, but I do have brass though. We'll throw the brass plates into the bender as we go by. Hopefully this works. Yep, it does. Alloy smelter. Copper tin. Throw the copper up in the top since we use 3 times more copper as we do tin. I need a wrench because that is not going out of it. There we go. I did have a little bit of bronze in here though. We'll get the bronze plates going over here while the brass goes over there. Gotta multitask a little bit. Because it's gonna take some intricate pipe work to make this work correctly. $50, maybe. Might be enough. Waiting on one more, realistically. Oops, that's not the right thing. 53 item pipes is definitely not going to be enough. But it's what we got for now. You kind of just place this across the top here, right? That's kind of what makes sense to me. It's out of the way, too. And as soon as we get water hooked up into it, it'll be all of them. But we got to make sure we do maintain. This is stupid. It's infinitely better. Uses 1 extra cable. That's fine. Oh, goodness. It's so much fun watching them spin. Just trying to think about what else we need to do. We still gotta get water over to here. I mean, I guess technically we should put it back over here, though. But we're not. We can kind of sort that out later. Which one did I take a block out of? This one. Okay. Nice, nice. It should be pretty much all the fluid piping done, other than like actually connecting up an aqueous accumulator to it. What the world? Where'd you come from? Pet the llama with an axe. This is like the only thing that spawns. 2 leads and a piece of leather. We'll take it. I wonder how the diesel generators are holding up in terms of fuel. Looks like we've actually built up a little bit, so yeah, it's doing great. It's just barely enough wheat to keep it going. Okay, so where does that leave us? It leaves us needing to pipe in the inputs and outputs, which is its own horrible time. Let's get the aqueous accumulator set up. Oops, don't know what I just did. Do I have any galena? I do. Let's go cook this up. And I'm back to being on fire again. You would think I would cover this up to where I couldn't step into it, but no. I'm gonna be stubborn as I walk into a cactus. Redstone servo, aqueous accumulator. You need 2 buckets of water. And we'll need some like shoring blocks, so we probably shouldn't use that cobblestone. Where do I want to put this? I'm tempted to put it like over here since this is kind of going to be out of the way, somewhat. So I put water there or there? No? Be in the way. What we can do, aqueous accumulator, 1 water bucket, 2 water buckets. Wrench. And it's going to take it a minute to fill them all up, but shouldn't be that bad. Where's the cobblestone slabs at? And I lost the chisel again. It just turned full blocks. There we go. I mean, it's not particularly speedy, but I think it'll still be enough, hopefully. So that's the water supply figured out. Yeah, it's actually filling up everything rather quickly. I think it does fill this one first. That's fine. I can have 1 return line coming off of this. But it's the supply lines, which is going to eat so much pipe up. So I think realistically, I'm going to have to move these. That's not that big of an issue. Because I've got to have all of these on their own separate little platform here. Grab the linking tool. Link those back up, and they should be good to go again. Yeah, so we'll be coming over to these wooden pipes here. Let's grab a bunch of cobblestone so we can make ourselves a platform. I mean, I don't know. Would that look okay? I don't know. We'll try it. I mean, it's gonna hurt to try. Are gonna need a bucket of water to get started down here. Oh no, how horrible. I wonder where we'll get that from. Go down 4 blocks? Okay, and then we can floor ourselves out. The world was that? That didn't take near as many as I was expecting it to get over. But I do need to take this over here more. Beautiful. Do we have any more of those slabs? I do not. I mean, I have one, but it's not enough. We'll just revert this one. It's in here back to the base one. Because then we'll got to make slabs out of it. We'll do stripes down here. There we go. I think that looks okay. I actually do like the stripes. Looks pretty sweet. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get back down here, though. So those two have got to go, and these 3. So this is gonna be the fun part. I've got to run separate pipes to each of these on the input side, and I'll figure out the output here in a minute. Also, let's just build this in just a little bit. Well, even the borders are so clean. Just trying to make as few places as possible for me to fall off. So what do we want to start with? I think magnetite's fine to start with. can just run it this way. But nah, I don't know if I want to. I kind of want them side by side. Or like in a cluster. Do we have XNet in here? We do not. That's kind of a shame, because then we could have just ran one cable and called it good. When did that floor disappear? I don't remember breaking that out. So I need one, two. So that's one. These two will be for these two on the side. I need to stop this one right here. I'm gonna start with the farthest one here. Cool. Yeah, the first run is complete. It used up literally 99% of my stuff here. We have an elevator mod. We do not. We can do that for now. So I need more item pipes, which are going to be brass plates. And small tin item pipes. There's another 55. Let's throw some more brass into the bender. But while that's doing that, we can at least get started on the next batch. And so the fun part about this is going to be, I'm going to have to go through and separate them out. We can do that here in a second, though. So I finished running the pipes across. Now I'm currently just working on. I fell down into that hole like 15 times now. So we'll cover that back up. Be the smart thing to do. And we just got to make a storage area for this now. Oh my goodness. That works better. Okay. So that's the line setup for the storage. Anyway. I'm almost wondering if we couldn't put it right here. What does it take to make a drawer controller? Or it's a storage controller. And we just need to make another circuit, which is a pain. Do I have enough star coins? I only got 5. I doubt that's enough. It's probably 6. That's 8. Ugh. Is there anything somewhat easy to grab? Yeah, we'll have to get up there into that eventually, but we're going to need a rock filtrator first. Now it's going to open up a bunch of geodes. Honestly, that doesn't look that bad. It looks like it's a pretty basic-esque recipe. But we are going to need quite a few, it looks like. Fraggle with distilled water can get us quite a few things. It is going to take distilled water as well, which we could just make a distillation tower. Or a steam turbine. Yeah, or we can just put it in a distillery like I was saying earlier, which turns 288 water into 260 millibuckets of distilled water. That's probably going to be a way to do that when we get to it. But obviously, not quite there yet. I need more wood. We can make a greenhouse, right? Um, yeah, I mean, it just turns water and a sapling into logs for free. I don't see why we wouldn't go ahead and do this. This is going to take 2 fertilizer. Ashes, calcium. How do I get calcium? Ah. Anywho. Can we throw this into the electrolyzer? Uses, used in cooking to make dog food. Electrolyzer and a calcium. Oh, it's 3 to 1. Okay. This is going to make a little bit of calcium dust. What did I need that for? I've confused myself again. Oh, fertilizer. Greenhouse. Getting sidetracked again. Let's just grow some trees. So we need some dirt and some saplings. And we'll go over here to this bigger area that's unused. Can't quite reach that. That's a bit unfortunate. That got it. Cool. Apparently something got left. There we go. Got over 4 stacks already. That's probably going to be good enough for now. We'll make a few more drawers. I'm not really sure how many I need. 17 should be more than enough. All these are done producing. Quit doing that. Where's our linking tool? I should have just typed in tool. That was so I can get the config tool out as well. Alright, so we can use this whole area here. I was kind of trying to see if I could just jump up through there. Obviously, it didn't work out for me, but... At this point, we're going to have to tie this back into this system. Which I don't know if I want to do that. Not particularly, I don't think. Let me just not be stupid. Let me go make another storage controller and put this separately. Just need to make a circuit. Need fine copper wire, which is easy enough. It's on the wrong setting. Why'd that stop? Anywho. Thin resistors, that'll be a good start anyway. One resin printed circuit board. I messed up. Enough for 5. That's enough for precisely 2 motor or circuits. Okay. I need glass, so I need quartz sand and flint. And then I'm going to need a mortar and pestle as well. Oh, it's sand, not quartz. $32. Sure, that's plenty. One storage controller. Yay! Now, mind you, all these machines are completely full again. I did break them mid-run, so it's not ideal. I I probably should pump the sulfur back over here, or I should move this sulfur to be with this. Um, Interesting. You have a few item pipes left. Not many. Not many at all. I'll lock this one to be sulfur. So all the sulfur coming in should go into here, and it will immediately just pump out to this other one. So that thing should never have sulfur in it, realistically. All of our sulfur should be in this over here. And in the future, we can always just we can probably just connect all these. Just about 2 there. All the ones we'll need anyway. It kind of works out well for once. I'm gonna need some more item pipes. What do I need? Item pipes. Brass plates? I put them over here, didn't I? No, there's nothing here. I use all of them? Maybe. I mean, I do understand that. Like, that used a metric ton. And they're on the other end. I mean, it's 22. That might be enough. Probably not. Boom. But before we really get anyone going, we want to pull out a full round from everybody. That way so we can get everybody situated. Do 10 there, throw all that in there. Gallium, sphalerite, sulfur. We got the sulfur already. Copper, nickel, magnetite, gallium, sphalerite, copper, nickel, magnetite. Use iron and tin. I need one more drawer. Okay, so that should all be set up now. I just need to grab the wrench and set all these to extract. Will they ever catch up? Who knows? You're definitely going to catch up. Ooh, I didn't put down a chest for gold, did I? Lock all those down. Then we have automation set up completely. Takes 8 seconds and makes one of each type of dust. Voiding nothing. Batching is enabled. Batching enabled. Batching enabled. We're going to do that everywhere. What does the muffler hatch even do? It says it recovers waste. Do not obstruct the output. What? 10% recovery chance? I wonder if that's like a boostable for like the extras? Like the sulfur and whatnot. Why do you have crushed tin? You need not exist. Move the gold over there. This has all been processed down, so we get our bonuses of magnetite dust, nickel dust, sphalerite. So we gotta process that down again. Also get gallium. It pretty much just gives us a gold and nickel. It's about the extent of what it helps us get. There's some void upgrades in. We really don't have many of these copper upgrades, which isn't great. I think it's catching up. Do I not have anywhere for zinc to go? Probably not. That's probably what that one was supposed to be. Yeah, it was. Cool. So that should be everything. That's going to get annoying. That's a little better. Not great, though. It's kind of like the only option we had there, though. We've got 3.8-ish amps running through it at all times. Already up to 151 gold. Not near as much nickel coming in, but that's fine. We'll throw as much of what we already had into here. The only problem is, like, I can't access this from over there, or from anywhere, but that'll be something that we will get sorted out as soon as we get A2 going. But that's going to be all the time I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.